We are back with Henry Williams, and he owns You Got It Professional Driving Instruction. And we're talking about teaching teens how to drive in their own cars. And actually, it's so much better, don't you think?
Oh, it's beyond anything else. I mean, if you think about it, when a father takes his daughter or son out, they don't go and get another car. They use the car that the person's going to be driving, or the family vehicle. That's why there's so much problems with the dad going, oh, my clutch, oh, no, oh, my, because they don't want it messed up, but they want them to learn. Well, I understand that, and we haven't had an accident, and we do no damage to the car. If it's stick, they learn for the first 15 minutes of the lesson just about stepping on the clutch and putting it in gear. This is with the engine off, Carol, not even on. So they get that pattern down. There's less grinding. There's less clutch chatter. There's less burning of the clutch, if you will.
Kathy from Phoenix, you're on the line.
Hi, Henry. This sounds like a very interesting concept that you have with teaching and using the client's own car. My question to you is, you mentioned in the beginning something about things you teach other than the driving. You teach safety and all that. I'd like to know what your thoughts are on safety as far as people parking in big shopping malls. We have a big city here. There's a lot going on. And what you teach your students about the safety factors of driving.
Well, thank you for that question. What we do is we go to a mall, and we show them that if you have a really nice car and you're one of these people that park a million miles away because you don't want anybody to scratch it, and you park diagonally, well, when you're coming out of that mall at night after going to the gym and you've got that walk, will you be able to make it back to the front if someone is standing on the other side of a car next to yours and they accost you? Will someone see you? Will the cameras be able to make out who it was that dragged you off? Now, it's a sad situation. It happened in Peoria. A woman came from the gym one night late, parked on the way far on the far side, and all the camera security saw was a figure grab her, take off. Well, they found her car, and unfortunately her, a few miles away later, and she was dead. What is it worth to learn how to park efficiently, competently, and to be near where you may be able to go back inside or get a quick walk to your vehicle? Well, I think that's worth a lot, and that's one of the things that we teach.
So you mentioned that you teach techniques designed to keep the driver safe. Can you delve more into those techniques?
Sure. Let's say you're parking your car. Many people drive head into the spot. Well, when you go back to that car and you approach it from behind, you never turn around to see who's behind you. You never look inside the back seat. You just get in, close the door. We teach to park the other way. When you approach the car from the front, you turn around, and now you see who's coming at you as you're getting in. That door becomes a weapon as you swing it out. I took down a kid that was 6'4", 220 pounds. I said, when I say mug me, and he ran up on me, and I popped him with the door, and he went down. Any woman your size, petite, could have done that. I also talk about, let me ask you this, Carol, what's the first thing you do when you get in your car?
What's the first thing I do is usually turn on the radio.
Well, that's interesting, but that's not safe.
Right.
Lock your door.
Right.
Because anyone can come along, and a lot of doors have the little locks that you can see if they're up or down, and bad guys look for that. Mm-hmm. Is there a woman sitting there texting, not paying attention? Well, there's a door that'll open easily. There was an officer that was shot near the 202, and someone drove by looking, and the person that shot him pulled open that door and grabbed that guy and pushed him over and took that car. A regular driving school for about 8 hours of instruction is about $500-$600, plus the price for getting the permit if you do it through them. $160 for 4 hours, and you're getting 1 hour free.
That's
so
incredible.
You get 5 hours for $160.
So it's $160 for 5 hours. He comes to you, you drive your own car.
Exactly.
And learn how to drive your own car as opposed to being at a simulation or what have you.
My student today has a Volkswagen Golf, and she did not know where the gas door release was. Now, if she was driving in a student's regular instruction car, it would be one place. Well, on her car, it happens to be on the door pillar. That's where it was. And that's the kind of thing she needs to know. So she's not standing at a gas station at night trying to figure out how to open up the gas tank. I had a student who didn't, believe this or not, know where the key went in a regular car. He was from another country.
Well, there are sometimes
and he's never been in the car, in a car. He's traveled by horse, mule. So that person took 8 hours. Within the fourth hour, we were going from Anthem to Chandler within 4 hours. He had learned how to park, parallel, and perpendicular, backing in. He had learned how to change lanes, and not just the thing you see people do where they glance in the mirror. He would lean his body forward and turn just his head to make sure his blind spot was clear. As a motorcyclist, Carol, I appreciate that. That if someone checks to make sure, they're not going to just put me across the divider. I like that. So, about 8 hours. Stick shift, maybe about 10. I don't want to be hit for just no, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking down at my phone. Oh, I'm sorry. It's one thing to get into an accident, it happens, but so many of them are avoidable.
But one thing more than anything is to feel secure and safe and know that you know how to drive. Because, when you're young and you get in the car for the first time, I don't care, no matter how much cool you think you are, you're really not. And you realize it once you get behind the car. Give him a call at 602-781-7454.